y'all. So today I have another video in my It's Fall Y'all little series I'm doing. Today we're going to make like snickerdoodle pumpkin cookies and we're going to stuff them with a cheesecake filling. So they're going to be called like pumpkin cheesecake stuffed cookies. No, I have never tried this recipe before, and I do want to say that I have adapted this cookie recipe from Ruled Me. I will leave that recipe down below. I want to give them credit where credit is due. But I have decided to up this notch, and let's try and stuff them with some cheesecake filling. So we are going to give this a try and hope that it works out because I am so incredibly excited for this recipe. Let's give it a go. All right, so the first thing I did was weigh out my dry ingredients. So in this bowl, I have 1.5 cups or 150 grams of almond flour. I used this super fine Bob's Red Mill, I believe. Yeah, almond flour. I next added a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder into the mix. Alright, so my dry ingredients are stirred up. In a separate bowl, I mixed up all of my wet ingredients. My wet ingredients are 1/4 cup of salted butter. I did a 1/2 cup or 122 grams of this pumpkin, pure pumpkin. I also did about 30 drops of stevia. And I added 1 egg. And so I mixed that all up so that it was a nice even mixture. And I'm going to go ahead and dump this into my almond and baking powder. Mix it all together until like a dough forms. Okay, so here is my bowl of almond flour. And here is my wet ingredients. And I'm just going to put these in here and we are going to mix them all together. Now to just stir this and get it all mixed up. Alright, I got this all blended together and it has made this thick dough. And this is going to be our cookies. The next thing I'm going to do is make our cream cheese filling that is going to stuff in the pumpkin cookies we're going to make. I have 4 ounces of softened cream cheese. We may not need all of this, but I figured why not have extra? I'm going to use just a couple drops of this stevia, probably 10 to 15. And I found this at the grocery store and I've been wanting to use it. It is pumpkin pie spice extract. So we are going to splash a little bit of that in here as well, except I haven't opened it yet. I've been wanting to try this for a long time. I have my pumpkin pie spice extract, and we're just going to dump about a teaspoon in there. Give it a little bit of that flavor. Now I'm going to use my little handheld blender and mix it up. And hopefully not make a giant mess, which is always entirely possible with me. Alright, so it is all fluffy and blended together, and this is going to be our cheesecake stuffing. Okay guys, this is the part that I am not entirely sure how it's going to go. And we're just going to give it a go. So I'm going to take some of my cookie dough and going to try and flatten it into a pancake shape. And this dough is sticky. But I'm going to make a little round circle and place it onto my parchment paper. My hands are going to be a mess in this video. Oh well. I'm going to grab this, going to take a little spoonful of my cheesecake filling and stick it right in the middle of the cookie. Next, I'm going to grab another little ball of dough, flatten it out, and cover up this cookie and seal the edges. Alright, that is how I made one cookie, and I will check back in when they're all done. Alright guys, so this made a total of 6 giant cookies. One thing I do have to say is I made way too much of the cream cheese mixture to stuff inside of them, And these things are pretty massive. I'm going to stick them in the oven at 350 degrees for, I'm guessing, somewhere between 10 to 15 minutes. I'm just going to keep an eye on them. Our oven is broken, so we have to use the convection bake on our oven. So we're just kind of guessing to see how it's going to go. Cookies are in the oven. We'll see how they turn out. I'm so excited. It's time to take the cookies out of the oven. I'm so excited. It took about 10 minutes on my convection oven to get them where I believe they're cooked. They're starting to get brown on the edges. So that's my indication that they're cooked. Let's grab them. So the cookies are done. Time to have the long process of letting them cool, and then we're going to give them a try.
Yes, it is raining.
Okay guys, it's been a little while. I have let them cool almost completely. I know that my silence is about to go away because all the family's coming back. So I wanted to go ahead and wrap this video up by giving y'all a taste test. Let's see. Whoa, look at that cheesecake stuffing. Huh. Alright, let's go for a taste test. For a keto friendly cookie, I give it a thumbs up. Look at that cheesecake stuffing. That just makes me so happy. I really hope that y'all enjoyed this keto pumpkin cheesecake stuffed cookie recipe that I made for y'all today. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel down below if you haven't done so. And I will see y'all again real soon. Bye guys!